And 1220 welcomes you to the Ottawa University Lady Brave Softball Wise Guys Construction pregame show. Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now for a preview of this OU Lady Brave softball broadcast, here's Bob Johnson.
It's a must-win situation for the Ottawa University Lady Braves as they look to try to win the KCAC double here this afternoon in Great Bend, Kansas. Good afternoon. I'm Bob Johnson. Thanks for joining us on 1220 and 103.7 FM as you have entered the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. The Lady Braves, with just one loss in the tournament so far, that came on Friday. The loss, though, is to the team that they'll play here coming up at the top of the hour in the Tabor Blue Jays, as the Lady Braves lost that game by the final score of 8-1 on Friday, and that put them in the loser's bracket. The Lady Braves, after losing that contest, was able to beat McPherson 8-1, and then Oklahoma Wesleyan 4-1 to lead to today's matchup between Tabor and Ottawa University. The Blue Jays fell to Kansas Wesleyan on Friday by the score of 3-2 in 8 innings, which put Kansas Wesleyan in the championship, while Tabor had to drop down for this rematch against Ottawa University that we will have for you here today. The Lady Braves have not beat the Blue Jays all year long. The Braves looking to get their first victory against them, but it's going to be a tough one as they will find themselves against Madison Bird, the pitcher that shut them down on Friday. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, we'll talk with head coach Jake Kant about today's matchup with Tabor. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KFO.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Lady Brave softball and the Wise Guys Construction pregame show continues here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. Time now to talk with head coach Jay Kant, and it's a must-win situation today. 3 and you win the conference, 1 loss, and it's done. Do the ladies feel any pressure coming into the ball game today?
I don't think so, just because we've already got our ticket punched, but it's still an opportunity for us to do something that's pretty special, and that's make a run through the losers bracket, and this team's just confident. They just want to play and keep playing and continue to win. So, but I don't think we feel the pressure. Probably mainly because we know that if we lose today, that we still get to play next week.
Tabor here in the losers bracket championship, and the first game against Tabor didn't go as planned. Looking back at that game, what were the keys coming away with that loss?
Well, first of all, the score doesn't dictate how close it was. I mean, we tried to save Molly in the 7th inning, and they put 4 up, and it was a 4-1 ball game. But we understood that we probably weren't going to put 3 up in an inning versus Bird, so we had to kind of play to come through the losers bracket, and that's what we did. And so the score doesn't dictate it, and really they scored 3 runs, all with 2 outs in the first inning of the other game, and. Molly got the first 2 hitters out pretty quickly, and then, just a little this, a little that, and all of a sudden it's a 3-0 ball game, and, then, basically won 1 ball game for the next 5 innings, and so, we just got to make sure that we minimize our mistakes, and we just don't allow them to put 2 or 3 up in an inning, make them grind everything out, and then, we're going to have to grind stuff out now. today's going to play a little differently because the wind's going to be blowing in, and you can't sit back and wait for a big hit. You're going to have to manufacture some runs, and we've done that throughout this win streak. So, we just got to play our style, but. Same time, we're 21-2 versus everybody outside of Tabor. We're 0-3 versus them. So hopefully the fourth time will be the charm instead of the third time.
What are going to be the keys for the Braves? You mentioned having to manufacture some runs, but I'm sure Tabor's going to throw everything at you today, including the starting pitcher that caused some trouble on Friday.
We haven't hit her well 3 times, basically. I mean, she threw about a game and a half in the opening series of the conference, and then this one, I think we put up 1 run in probably 18 innings, or 2 runs in 18 innings off of her. But, we'll see how she does. She hasn't been throwing as much as Morgan as far as back-to-back days and those kind of things. So, maybe we'll get a little break there. She might be a little fatigued, but. We got to just be patient, get our pitches, and then attack our pitches. And I thought the other night versus Tabor, especially when they got a 3-0 lead in the first, we pressed a little bit, and we were trying to get everything back at one time instead of just say, hey, let's go get a run here, and all of a sudden, we're back in. We were trying to do too much too quickly, and you can't do that versus really good pitchers.
Good luck with this one, Coach, and let's keep this one rolling.
Let's hope so. So appreciate it.
That is head coach Jay Cant joining us here for the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Starting lineups being introduced to the crowd here in Great Bend, and that's going to wrap it up for us here for the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. When we come back, we'll get you your starting lineups. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball and the Wise Guys Construction pregame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Thank you for listening to the OU Lady Braves Softball Wise Guys Construction pregame show on KOFO. First pitch is next. When Ottawa Family Physicians chose to construct their new Ottawa Care Clinic inside Constantino's Price Chopper, they turned to Wise Guys Construction. Dr. John Gollier.
We knew they were reliable. Their reputation's excellent. I've known Jason and Bill for a long time, and I trusted them to do a good job. They've worked with our staff and kept our hassles to a minimum. No, I would have absolutely no hesitation recommending Wise Guys Construction.
For commercial or residential construction, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Lady Braves Softball, live from the KCAC postseason tournament in Great Bend on 103.7 FM, 1220, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, Franklin County Chiropractic, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Eminent Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, People's Bank. OU Lady Brave Softball is also brought to you by Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, the City of Ottawa, and by Constantino's Price Chopper, Ottawa University, Quality Structures Incorporated, Hale Agency, Maxwell Chiropractic, and Advantage Electric. Now it's game time. Let's rejoin KOFO's Bob Johnson.
We get ready for first pitch here. We welcome you as we get ready for this first game, possibly of 3 today for Ottawa University, as the Braves will take on the Tabor Blue Jays. Leading off the Blue Jays will be Brianna Kuros. She plays center field. Batting second, the shortstop, Arizona Schrader. And batting third will be the catcher, Kerrigan Travis. Garros will step in, a left-handed hitter, against the right-handed throwing Molly Morgan for Ottawa University. Morgan, a 1.87 ERA. Her first pitch will be a strike. Morgan has pitched 265 in the third innings. Opponents hitting 234 against her. Garros comes to the plate hitting 321 for the Blue Jays on the air. Next pitch, right back towards the pitcher. Morgan will snag it out of the air for out number one. That'll bring up the shortstop, Arizona Schrader. Schrader will look at strike one. Braves struggled in the first inning on Friday against Tabor. They're looking to keep that from happening here today. Pitch from Morgan will miss for ball one, so the count will be even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Schrader, 340 hitter. No home runs. 7 RBIs, and the pitch from Morgan will be inside for ball two. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Morgan did a good job of getting ahead of the batters on Friday against Tabor as her next pitch is swing and a miss. Strike 2, and the count will be even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. But she struggled to get the third strike, and she was able to get 2 outs pretty quickly, but struggled to get the third. As that pitch will just miss inside for ball 3. So the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes against the batter, Schrader. Morgan gave up 3 runs in that game on Friday. Next pitch again, no, to the pitcher, Morgan, and quickly 2 out in the top of the first. That'll bring up the catcher, Kerrigan Travis. Travis had a home run in the game on Friday. First pitch to Travis will be inside for ball 1. Good day here in Great Bend. The weather not bad. It's a little windy coming out of the south, 20 miles an hour, as the next pitch from Morgan will be slapped into right field by Travis. And she'll be on at first with the single. That'll bring up the designated player, Kaylee Felix. Mostly sunny, high wispy clouds overhead. Expecting temperatures to hit 86 degrees out here. First pitch for Morgan, strike 1. Morgan readies, delivers, outside, ball 1, and the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Currently 78 degrees out here in Great Bend. Morgan's pitch will be low for ball 2. So runner on at first is Travens after a single to right field. The pitch from Morgan popped up first base side, but neither the catcher or the first baseman able to run on it. Elena Cott-Lowry been struggling with a hamstring issue in this tournament and is not able to get out of the crouch soon enough because of that. And the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Morgan popped up just behind second base. Running onto it is Amber Harris, the shortstop, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. At the end of 1/2 inning, no score. The Braves coming up. We're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We take your comfort seriously at Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. We'll make sure your AC is blowing cold for the hot days ahead. Call today and schedule a tune-up with our air conditioning experts. 242-9273.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
We'll head to the bottom of the first inning for the Lady Braves. Jenna Steege will lay it off, followed by Corey Lacey and now Lisa Valenzuela, first baseman. On the mound for Tabor, Madison Bird. Bird, 1.68 earned run average. She's pitched 200 innings. Opponent's hitting just 192 against her. She has 249 strikeouts on the year. The Braves have struggled against her in all three appearances so far. First pitch from Bird to Steege will be high for ball one. Braves bats just could not get a lot going on Friday against Tabor. That next pitch will catch the upper part of the plate for strike one. And the count is even at 1-1 Bird delivers. That'll be slapped foul, third base side. The count will move to 1-2 strikes. The Braves coming into this tournament, we're averaging just over 4.5 runs a ball game. As Sticky takes the next pitch, sends it foul off the screen, and the count will stay at 1-2 strikes. As Bird winds up, her pitch will be outside. Ball two, the count will even. 2-2 strikes. Wind up, delivery, inside, ball three. And the count will be full at 3-2 strikes on the batter, Jenna Steege. Corey Lacey in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Payoff pitch. Set foul to the backstop behind home plate. And the count will stay at 3-2 strikes. Braves would like to see some success early. Pitch. All four. And Jenna Steege on base as she earns a walk against Bird. Bird only walked one in the game on Friday. Very patient approach by Steege in that plate appearance, and that'll bring up Corey Lacey. Lacey, the left fielder, throws a bunt down third base side. Got to be gloved by Vargas. Sent over to Calder at first. That'll be the first out of the inning with the sacrifice of Sticky. Will move to second. That'll bring up the first baseman, Elisa Valenzuela. Valenzuela with power. It'll be tough, though, with a 20-mile-an-hour wind to get something out coming straight in from right field. First pitch swinging is Valenzuela. It'll be foul. Third base side and out of play. The way the diamond is laid out is to the south, so the wind is blowing in. That pitch inside part of the plate for strike two, and the count is 0-2 strikes on the bat of Valenzuela. Valenzuela, 388 hitter, 5 home runs, 43 RBIs for the Braves. On-base percentage of .439. Valenzuela checks her swing. They called to see if she went. I'm not sure that the umpire in the field was watching it, as she was watching Sticky at second. Gotta be 1-2 strikes. Bad pitch by Bird into the dirt, and it'll even the count out at 2-2 strikes. I think it is fair to say for a good portion of this tournament, strike zones have been sketchy. As the pitch from Bird will miss just outside, and that'll even the count out at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here on the bottom of the first. No score. Sticky, though, at second in scoring position. Valenzuela the batter. Pitch from Bird. Slapped first base side. It'll be grabbed by Calder, who will touch the bag for out number 2. Stiggy will move to third, and that'll bring up the catcher, Elena Katori. The one hitter that looked pretty comfortable against Bird on Friday was Elena Katori. She has a chance to get the Braves on the board here. She can get Sticky in from third. Pitch for Bird. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Conlory, a .393 hitter, fists one off to the pitcher, Bird, who will send it on to third, and that will end the inning. Braves, though, leave a runner stranded at third. No runs and no hits. At the end of 1 full inning, no score between Ottawa and Tabor. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM, KFO.
How about getting rid of a pound of fat per day with completely safe, effective laser-like lipo? No strenuous dieting or excessive exercising. Call Dr. Jade Provo at Franklin County Chiropractic for a no-obligation appointment. 785-242-9393.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a lifelong Ottawa resident, I'm proud to be a supporter of OU Braves athletics and wish the teams good luck this season.
We head to the top of the second. It'll be Anna Selly Vargas, Madison Bird, and Brittany Van Quinenberg. As Wally Morgan back out to work her second inning, and she will hit the first batter. Or maybe it went off the butt. It went off the butt into the bat, so it did not hit the batter. Looks like it's close to hitting her, but they're going to say right off the butt into the bat for ball 1. Next pitch from Morgan in there for a strike. They're going to call that first pitch a strike also. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Vargas. Vargas, a .329 hitter, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll be Morgan's first strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring up Madison Bird. Bird had a great game at bat on Friday. She not only was pitched quite well, hit a grand slam in the 7th inning to blow the game wide open. She'll look at ball 1 from Molly Morgan. Bird, the top hitter for Tabor. Takes the pitch from Morgan. Drops it right in front of Romero. She's able to field it on to Valenzuela for out number 2. And quickly, 2 away in the top of the second. So Brittany Van Quinenberg, the right fielder, will come to plate for Tabor. First pitch swinging, she'll pop it foul, first base side, and out of play for strike 1. Van Quinenberg, a .222 hitter, 1 home run, 7 RBIs for the Blue Jays this year. Pitch from Morgan, popped up again, foul over our heads. And that'll make the count, no balls and 2 strikes. With 2 away in the top of the second, no score. as we expect this one to be a pitcher's duel here this afternoon. Morgan's next pitch just missed outside. That'll rend the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Braves must win to continue to play. If they win, they will play at 3 o'clock against Kansas Wesleyan. Next pitch from Morgan. It'll be sent foul, third base side, out of play. The count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Winner of this one plays Kansas Wesleyan at 3. They must win that one and play at 5 for a shot at the conference tournament championship. Pitch from Morgan. Again, sent out of play behind home plate, with the count staying at a ball and 2 strikes. So good battle going on here between Van Coinenberg and Morgan. That pitch from Morgan. Check swing foul, first base side into the netting. So we'll keep it at 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morgan working quickly for Ottawa. The pitch sent towards the shortstop. It's going to be grabbed by Amber Harris on to Valenzuela for the second out, or the third out of the inning, and a great play by Amber Harris, the shortstop. No runs, no hits, no errors in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score between Tabor and Ottawa. 60-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Alexa Romero, Aaron Smith, and Amber Harris for the Lady Braves in the bottom of the second. First pitch from Madison Bird outside for ball 1. Romero, 289 on the season, a home run, 29 RBIs. So look at ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Romero. The pitch there from Bird will be in there for strike 1. The count will move to 2 balls and 1 strike. And Bird's next pitch in there for strike 2. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch popped up, foul territory. On the first base side, it'll fall between the catcher, Trevins, and Calder, the first baseman. So the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes for the batter, Romero. And the pitch from Bird will catch the outside part of the plate for strike 3. And Romero down looking. That'll be Bird's first strikeout of the game, and it'll bring up Aaron Smith, the designated player. Smith, a right-hander. 391 hitter. Will hit the butt end of the bat, foul for strike 1. One home run on the year for Smith, 12 RBIs for Ottawa University. Next pitch to Smith, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bird took a little something off on that pitch. Smith steps out of the box, steps back in. Here's the pitch from Bird outside. Count will be even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The temporary fences are gone here. They had put those up to let the warning track in the outfield area about 5 feet out from the warning track to dry out after the weather. Bird's pitch into the dirt. The count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those temporary fences are gone, so we are playing normal field, normal depth for this diamond. It is 225 all around from left to right. As the pitcher, Bird, steps back onto the rubber and delivers. That'll be fouled. They're going to say it hit her hand, the umpire. Now they're going to talk it over. Coach Jay Kant wanting to point out that it did hit Smith's hand. Now the umpire is discussing it, and again, as we mentioned, there have been some questionable umpiring decisions during this tournament. Strike zone's a little bit sketchy, and it looks like they're going to miss this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Smith. So Bird will deliver, pops up, and it goes off the catcher's glove, and Smith will make it to first. On an error by the catcher, Smith. She may have taken her eye off the ball, keeping an eye on Smith. So the Braves have a runner on with 1 out. That'll bring up Amber Harris, the shortstop. Made a great play to end the top of the second. Now we'll try to get Smith over. First pitch swinging. It'll go out of play behind home plate for strike 1. Tabor will look for the double play. Try to end this one. Braves trying to get something going. Pitch from Bird will be high for ball 1. The count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Harris, 306 on the year. No home runs, 24 RBIs, on base percentage of .362. Bird's pitch right to the third baseman. They'll not get Smith out, as there'll be an error on the shortstop who couldn't handle the throw from Vargas, the third baseman. They had Smith dead to right and wasn't able to get her, so 2 errors. Costly here for Tabor in the bottom of the second. The Braves have 2 on, and that will bring up Sarah Shatford, the third baseman. Blue Jays in the infield will have a quick meeting. Braves with a runner in scoring position for the second straight inning. Bird's pitch will be bunted back towards her. The runners will move to second and third as Harris will sacrifice herself. 2 out. Smith will be at third. Shatford sacrifices herself. Smith at third, Harris at second. That'll bring up Kenzie Stevens, the center fielder. Bird's pitch. Strike 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. No score, but the Braves with 2 runners in scoring position. And a great opportunity to jump out here. First pitch will be low for ball one. Count will even out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Braves with some success, able to get on the board. It certainly helped with the confidence here. First pitch will miss outside. Count will move to 2 balls and 1 strike. Braves looking for their first victory against Tabor on the year. The only team in conference they have not beat. Blue Jays. Next pitch will be outside, and the count will move to 3 balls. No, they're going to call that a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third for Ottawa. Stevens with a swing, and it'll be foul behind home plate. Count will stay even at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 away. Stevens 328 on the air, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs. That's the wind blowing in from the south. Next pitch, fouled again behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stevens can keep things going. We'll go back to the top of the lineup in Genesee. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Braves, though, leave a couple of on after a couple of errors by the Blue Jays, but those will not hurt Bird, as no runs and no hits still for Ottawa. We'll head to the top of the third with no score. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Electricity. Where would we be without it? Yeah, in the dark. But Advantage Electric is there to light up your world. Whether it's service or repair, you'll always get a free estimate and a friendly technician. Here's Advantage Electric owner Eric Crowley.
What we enjoy is working with people in our community because we see them everywhere we go. It's not like, we go to your house and we take care of your electrical issue and then we don't talk to you or see you ever again. So it's a personal connection that we have with you.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
We head to the top of the third. No score between Ottawa and Tabor. Sinead Straight will be the batter for the Blue Jays. Danny Calder, first pitch swinging straight, popped up third base side. It'll be gloved by Shackler. And Brianna Quiros at the top of the lineup. He's the third batter in the inning. Danny Calder, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Left-hander. First pitch again, swinging for the Blue Jays. It'll be sent foul, third base side. A strike on the batter, Calder. Next pitch from Morgan will just miss outside. Ball 1. And the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Calder. Morgan's pitch will be low outside, ball 2, 2 balls for the strike. Calder hitting .292, 1 home run on the year, 16 RBIs. On base percentage, .330 on the year as Morgan's next pitch. It's fouled behind home plate. The count will level up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan has done well in her first 2 innings of work, just 1 hit given up. Morgan's next pitch to Calder will be foul tipped behind home plate. So we'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Braves are in. They're all black uniforms, white numbers and letters outlined. Black numbers and letters outlined in white. White stripe down the side of the pants. The pitch from Morgan high. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Calder. Tabor in their blue uniforms, white numbers and letters outlined in yellow. And Morgan's pitch fouled again behind home plate. Count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind is blowing again pretty well out of the south. Flags are blowing straight out. Pitch by Morgan. Calder will send it to Romero, a second on the first of Valenzuela. And we have 2 out in the inning. We'll head back to the top of the lineup. Brianna Quiros, 0 for 1. For Quiros. Quiros lined back to the pitcher in the first inning. The first pitch from Morgan is a ball. Morgan's next offering inside for ball 1, or ball 2, excuse me. Quiros thought about swinging, was able to hold off. Morgan's pitch in there, swing and a miss, strike 2. Morgan delivers. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan's next offering inside. All 3 in the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan has thrown 39 pitches so far. 26 for strikes, 13 for balls. That'll be high and outside, ball 4. And Morgan will walk her first batter of the ball game. Shortstop Arizona Schrader will come to the plate. For the Blue Jays. She'll pop it up behind home plate. It'll go out of play. Strike 1. Schrader grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning. Morgan's pitch in there right at the letters. For strike 2, the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Morgan's wind up. The pitch will be high. Ball 1. So the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. A runner on at first is Quiros. Reached with a walk. Morgan's pitch is wild. Quiros will move to second. And that'll level the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So now the Blue Jays will have a runner in scoring position with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Schrader will swing and a miss, though, at that pitch from Morgan. Strike 3 called, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. A runner left on base. We're through the top of the 3rd and heading to the bottom. We'll take this, with no score, we'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
If you have been in an accident, tell your insurance company you want your repairs done at CarStar Ottawa. We can arrange for your tow, your car rental, and deal with your insurance company all with 1 phone call. No need for multiple estimates and worry. Call 242-8916. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Hot days are ahead. Is your air conditioner up to snuff? Now's the time to find out. Call today for an AC tune-up from Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Our experts will make sure that your air conditioner is ready to keep your family cool this summer. 242-9273.
Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203. Online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care. Close to home, close to your heart.
To the bottom of the third we go. No score between Tabor and Ottawa. Back to the top of the lineup. Jenna Stiggy, followed by Corey Lacey and Elena Valenzuela. Stiggy's first plate appearance. She walks. And the first pitch from Bird is in there for strike one. Next pitch from Bird is in there for strike two. Diggy swings and a miss. Strike three, and there's one out in the inning. Diggy couldn't lay off the high pitch. That'll bring up Corey Lacey. Pitch from Bird, a swing and a miss by Lacey. And that'll be a strike. Bird's next offering, swing and a miss for strike two. Lacey in the first inning laid down a sacrifice bunt to move Stiggy over. She'll slap one to third. Vargas on the Calder. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag, and Lacey will be safe. Now, Tabor's manager will come out to talk with the umpire. Now the umpires will discuss this. You would think that maybe that the umpire who was at first would have had a good look at it. And so they will decide that Lacey is safe. So Valenzuela will come to the plate. She grounded to first in the first inning. One out here in the bottom of the third. The Braves have had base runners on in all three innings. First pitch from Bird will be high for ball one. We're in the bottom of the third, no score. Birds wind up. Pitch. Runner, Lacey took off. She'll be thrown out. And that'll be out number two. And Valenzuela is up in the count. 2 balls and no strikes. First pitch. It'll be looped out to short right field. Valenzuela will reach with a hit. That'll be the Braves' first hit of this ball game. Base runners for the Braves either reached by walk or by Tabor Blue Jays errors. They have 3 so far on the afternoon, and that will bring up the catcher, Elena Cott-Lori, with 2 away in the bottom of the third. Bird's first pitch high inside, ball one. Each team with just 1 hit so far. Bird winds up, delivers. And Elena Cott-Lori will foul it behind home plate. The count evens at a ball and a strike. Cott-Lori grounded to the pitcher in the first. Looking to try to move Valenzuela on with 2 outs. Pitch there right down the middle for strike 2. Count will move to 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Todd Loring. Bird's pitch in the dirt. Good job by Travens, the catcher. Keep it in front of her. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bird winds up, delivers. It'll be popped up, short left field. Trying to run onto it is Schrader, the shortstop, and she will make a great catch over the shoulder for out number 3. 1 runner left on, 1 hit, no errors, 1 error, and no runs. And at the end of 3 full innings, no score. We'll head to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball here on 1220 Country KOFO.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Did you know Dr. Hale's office is a full-service dental care center? If your child is having a toothache, your teenager needs his wisdom teeth removed, or mom needs a new set of dentures, Dr. Hale can treat these and other dental concerns. For quality care in a relaxed environment, call Dr. Hale's office 242-1800.
Kerrigan Travens, Kaylee Felix, and Araceli Vargas for the Blue Jays here in the top of the 4th. Morgan back on the mound for her 4th inning of work. So far, just 1 hit, given up, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for Molly Morgan. Her first pitch will find the gap between short and third and roll into left field. And the leadoff runner is on for the Blue Jays. And that'll be the first time today that the leadoff hitter in the inning is on base. We'll have a pinch runner for the Blue Jays. Evan Fisk-Aguilar will be the bench runner for the catcher Travens, and now Kaylee Felix will come to the plate. Felix in the first inning popped out to short. Just the second hit by Tabor in this ball game. Runner wants to take off. They'll throw it on the first. The ball gets away from Romero, the second baseman, covering first. And Fisk-Aguilar moves into scoring position at second on the air by Ottawa. So now with nobody out, the Blue Jays with a runner on at second. That first pitch for Morgan was a ball to Felix. Now the Blue Jays have something cooking here in the top of the 4th. Now look to bunt Will Felix. She'll send it foul off of the masts, the catcher and the umpire. And the count even at a ball on the strike. Morgan will wind up. Pitch outside. They'll try to get the runner back at second. And they will say that Fisk-Aguilar made it back in time. Count moves on Felix. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 the count. Outfield. Playing straight up. Pitch will be slapped towards second. Romero handles it on the Valenzuela at first for the first out in the inning. But Fisk-Aguilar will move to third. So a perfect opportunity here for Araceli Vargas, who struck out earlier, to get something going. Morgan. First pitch is the inside corner for strike one. Vargas struck out in the second, but now with one out, a chance to get Tabor the lead with Fisk Aguilar at third. Morgan has thrown 52 pitches so far in this ball game. Pitch will be popped up, foul over our heads and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Both teams have had opportunities but have not been able to cash in yet. Morgan's pitch will hit the batter. Vargas will move on to first. And now runners at the corners for the Blue Jays with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Morgan has done well the first 3 innings, but now struggling a little bit here in the top of the 4th. And that's the person you want to see at the plate here, Madison Bird. She did ground out the second in the second inning, but a chance to give herself the lead and help herself out with runners at the corners. Fisk Aguilar at third, Vargas at first, with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Bird with power. She was looking to run the squeeze play here. Morgan's pitch. This time, Bird will swing. It'll be fouled off the backstop in front of us. Count will even out at a ball and a strike. Morgan needing to work out of a jam here. Friday, she had found herself in a couple of jams she was able to work out of. The pitch, bunt, laid down. And they'll try to get the runner at third, and she's safe. So Shatford looked at home. The runner went back to third instead of... And getting back to third is Fisk Aguilar. So now the bases are loaded after the fielder's choice by Bird with 1 out. That will bring up Brittany Van Koinenberg, who is 0 for 1 today. She grounded to short in the second. Morgan's first pitch, low inside, ball 1. Just 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And the base is full of Blue Jays. Pitch will find room into left field. 1 run, right field. 1 run will score. The second runner is out. So 2 out now on Van Koinenberg's single. Bird will move on to third as Vargas was thrown out at home. But the Blue Jays do get a run on the board. And it's 1-0 Tabor. And now Morgan looking to get out of this inning without any more damage. That'll bring up the second baseman, Shanae Straight. Straight 0 for 1 on the day. Straight popped to third in the third inning. Morgan's first pitch. Found behind home plate for strike 1. Morgan. Gets the sign she's looking for. Winds up the pitch. Inside for ball 1. And the count will even out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind continues to blow in from right field. At a pretty good clip. The pitch from Morgan, fouled behind home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count on the batter. Morgan. Swing and a miss on that pitch. Strike 3 is called. And not before the Blue Jays put a run on the board at the end of 3.5. It is Tabor in front, 1-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Braves down by the score of 1-0 to Tabor. Tabor able to plate a run in the top of the fourth after some struggles by the Braves. It'll be Alexa Romero, followed by Aaron Smith and Amber Harris. Romero struck out looking in the second. The Braves have had 4 left on base. Only 1 hit, though, on the day. The Braves base runners reaching either on walks or errors. And Bird's first pitch will be sent foul behind home plate for strike 1. Braves have had base runners in all 3 innings, but have not been able to do anything with them. As Bird's pitch will be outside. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Romero. The pitch from Bird. Just a little something off, but it'll be outside for ball 1. Count will move to a ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Romero. Bird's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be the 4th strikeout of the day. Bird had 11 strikeouts in the game on Friday against Ottawa. Aaron Smith will come to the plate for Ottawa. Struck out. She is 0 for 1 on the day. She reached base on an error in the second. First pitch swing, sent foul, third base side for strike 1. Well, Braves pressed a little bit against Tabor on Friday. And that's not a good idea here, especially with a pitcher like Bird out on the mound. Pitch from Bird. Low. Kind of leave it at a ball and a strike. 1 out. Nobody on for Ottawa. In the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 to score. Tabor in front. Wind again blowing out. Blowing in from right field. Smith will pop it foul out of play. Right field side. Wind blowing at 24 miles an hour, gusting as high as 30 here in Great Bend. Smith down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Steps back into the batter's box. The pitch from Bird, high for ball 2. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Amber Harris, the shortstop, is in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Pitch from Bird. Loop to shortstop in the air, caught by Schrader, and quickly 2 away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Amber Harris. Harris officially 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on the fielder's choice in the second. And she'll foul the first pitch back for strike 1. Bird's delivery, the pitch, outside for ball 1. That was the 64th pitch thrown by Bird. The 1-1 count, the pitch to Harris, foul. Third base side. The count will move to 1-2 strikes. Third base playing in just a little bit. First also playing in a little bit. Outfield is playing straight up, but playing in. Pitch by Bird outside. County pulls out at 2-2 strikes. Braves as a team just hitting .083 so far today. Harris will pop it up. Third base side and foul the shortstop. Schrader runs onto it and will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We are through 4 full innings, and Tabor is in front, 1-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves Star Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
How about getting rid of a pound of fat per day with completely safe, effective laser-like lipo? No strenuous dieting or excessive exercising. Call Dr. Jade Provo at Franklin County Chiropractic for a no-obligation appointment. 785-242-9393.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
We'll head to the top of the 5th. Tabor in front, 1-0. Molly Morgan back out on the hill. She'll face Danny Calder. First pitch popped up. Shortstop Amber Harris able to catch it for out number 1. We'll head back to the top of the lineup now, and it's Brianna Quiros. Over 1 with the walk. As she'll step back to the plate. Tabor 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors, 4 left on base. As the pitch from Morgan is in there for strike 1. Braves, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 4 left on base. Morgan's pitch. B dribble to second. Romero easily handles it, throws it on the first to Valenzuela. And quickly 2 away at the top of the 5th inning. Arizona Schrader will come to the plate for the Blue Jays. And she'll look at strike 1 from Molly Morgan. Schrader 0 for 2 on the day. She'll take the pitch from Morgan, pop it foul over our heads out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Schrader grounded to the pitcher in the first. She struck out swinging in the third. She's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes here in the 5th to Molly Morgan. Her pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Schrader. Morgan's pitch, a little check swing number, third base side. That'll go foul. And the count will stay at a ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Schrader. Morgan up to 70 pitches now. That pitch, Schrader just barely gets the barrel of the bat on it and tips it foul behind home plate. Count will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch from Molly Morgan, high, and the count levels out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the batter, Schrader. Morgan lines up, pitch, golfed in the air, right field side, short right field. Romero coming from second, runs onto it, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We are at the end of the top of the 4th and headed to the bottom. The Tabor in front, 1-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball 1220, 103.7 FM, KLFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
For the Braves here in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Sarah Shadford, Kizzy Stevens, then back to the top of the lineup, and Jenna Sticky. Shadford in the second with a sacrifice bunt. Moves some runners over. The Braves, though, were not able to capitalize. They have left 4 on today. Tabor is in front, 1-0. Bird is back out on the mound. She has thrown 67 pitches. And the first one, swing and a miss by, well, it is a pinch hitter for Hannah. It's Hannah Marshall in for Shadford. So Marshall will swing and a miss at strike 1. Marshall, 263 on the year, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Bird's pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Marshall, the pinch hitter. Bird's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and Marshall will be the first out of the inning. Going to bring up Kinsey Stevens, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That strikeout there for Bird was the 5th of the day. Bird's first pitch will be bunted foul behind home plate. Braves trying to get something going here. Time beginning to run out. Down 1-0. Pitch from Bird. It'll be popped up third base side. Running onto it is going to be the shortstop, Schrader. She'll make the grab, and 2 outs. Gary in the bottom of the 5th. So we'll head back to the top of the lineup. It'll be Jenna Sticky. 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. And Bird's pitch is in there for strike 1. Sticky walked in the first, struck out in the third. Bird's pitch in there for strike 2. So Sticky has looked at the first 2 offerings from Bird. And she's down to the count, no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. pitch. Bird will send it outside for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Sticky. Next pitch. That'll be sent foul, third base side. Count will stay on the ball, 2 strikes. Winner of this one will play Kansas Wesleyan at 3, and then has to win that one to force a game at 5 o'clock for the championship. Pitch to Stiggy, fouled again. Third base side. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch took a stuff off of that one, and Stiggy looks at strike 3 for her second strikeout of the day. No runs, no hits, no errors. Braves go silently in the 5th. And through 5 full innings, it is Tabor 1, Ottawa nothing. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball, 1220 and 103.7 FM, KFO.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank, member FDIC.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank, a better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Hi, everybody. This is Denny Matthews, the voice of the Royals. Don't miss a game, home or away, this year. Keep it locked onto your source for information and entertainment. And Royals baseball in East Central Kansas, 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Kerrigan Travins, Kaylee Felix, and Araceli Louis Vargas for the Blue Jays here in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Morgan is a strike. And the next offering from Morgan is in there for strike 2. Travins with the check swing was just not able to hold off on it, but she'll take that pitch, and it'll be looped into left field. Underneath it is Lacey for out number 1. That'll bring up the designated player, Kaylee Felix, 0 for 2 on the day. Felix. Look at strike 1 from Morgan. Braves are not able to make too many more mistakes. Mistake costing them in the 4th, allowing Tabor to get a runner across. As Felix will send the pitch from Morgan, foul down the third base line. No balls, 2 strikes on Felix. Braves had trouble. Morgan had the bases loaded. Indecision on the defensive side cost the Lady Braves as that pitch from Morgan will be high for ball 1. Count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Felix. Here in the top of the 6th. Pitch from Morgan will be low and outside for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We have seen that pitch called as a strike in that location in this ball game. Morgan takes something off of that one, and the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So again, a little bit of a sketchy strike zone. And Morgan will walk Felix. And the Blue Jays now with a runner on and 1 out here in the top of the 6th, and we will have a pinch runner. Banderos will be the bench runner for the Blue Jays. And Araceli Vargas will come to the plate. 0 for 1 officially with a strikeout. So 1 out here in the top of the 6th. 1 on for the Blue Jays. Vargas struck out in the second. She'll take first pitch and hit it and drop it between shortstop and center. Just makes it out of the infield. And now the Blue Jays with 2 on and 1 out here at the top of the 6th. Morgan into a jam here again. We'll have to find a way to work out of it. And now to the plate will be the pitcher, Madison Birch. She's officially 0 for 2, and she'll take a big swing at the pitch by Morgan for strike 1. Bird grounded to second in the second. Hit into a fielder's choice into the 4th. And we'll take the pitch from Morgan. It fell behind home plate. So the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Molly Morgan finally got her first 1-2-3 inning at the bottom of the 5th. And a high heat there will strike out the pitcher Bird for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll be Morgan's 4th strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring up Brittany Koinenberg. 1 for 2 with an RBI here for the Blue Jays. And she'll look at ball 1. 2 runners on, Lenderos at second, Vargas at first for Tabor. 2 out. Here in the top of the 6th, Tabor in front 1-0. Morgan's pitch, fouled behind home plate off of the backstop. And the count levels out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves are playing the infield in at the corners. Regular depth at second and short. Outfield looks to be playing straight up. Pitch from Morgan will be fouled over our heads. And the count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 out. Morgan trying to work out of this situation. And it'll be outside for ball 2. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Van Koinenberg. And the pitch from Morgan again outside for ball 3. And the count is even at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Or excuse me, the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan's pitch pops up right field side. Foul territory, diving for it, Stiggy. She can't get it. And the count will stay full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Landeros at second, Vargas at first for the Blue Jays. 2 away, full count on Van Koinenberg. And Morgan's pitch sent towards short. They'll get the 4th at second on a great play by Amber Harris, the shortstop. And that'll end the inning. So Molly Morgan will work out of the jam and keeps the score at 1-0 as we end the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th with Tabor in front, 1-0. You're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Kansas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, as to the bottom of the sixth, the Braves now down to their final 6 outs here today. It'll be Corey Lacey, Elisa Valenzuela, and Elena Cott-Lowry. Here in the bottom of the sixth as they'll face Addison Bird again. Lacey in the first with a sacrifice bunt. And reached base on air in the third inning, and she'll look at strike one. Sun blaring down on the softball field as the pitch by Bird will go foul, and the count will move to no balls and 2 strikes. Lacey not able to get good contact on it. The ball about 4 feet from home plate, hit the ground, and then spun foul. Bird's next pitch, Lacey will stay alive by sending it foul just to the left of home plate. The count, no balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Lacey. Bird's pitch, Lacey stays alive. It goes off the backstop to the right of home plate again. And the count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Stay with us for the Advantage Electric postgame show. As the pitch from Bird will be outside for ball 1. We hope to talk with Coach Kant during the Advantage Electric postgame show. We'll get you caught up on the final stats. And Bird's pitch will be high, but it'll be sent foul. Third base side, the count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. That'll all be coming up on the Advantage Electric postgame show at the conclusion. Pitch, a little something taken off. Lacey will send it straight at second base, who will glove it. She was playing in, and she'll give it off to Calder at first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the Braves' first baseman, Elisa Valenzuela, who is 0-1 for 2 on the day. Valenzuela will step in, the lefty facing the righty Bird. And the first pitch from Bird is in there for strike 1. Wispy clouds overhead, the wind blowing very strongly out south. Straight in from right field. Nice ball there by Bird. Valenzuela will watch it pass her by like a grandma with a walker for ball 1. The count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bird that time, her pitch will be fouled off to the right of home plate for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Valenzuela. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Elena Cott-Lowry in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Pitch from Bird will be high. And that'll level the count out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bird. Our next pitch fouled behind home plate. And the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Very warm day here in Great Bend, expecting a high of 86. And the pitch by Bird, she will float that one in there. And Valenzuela will look at strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning. 7th strikeout of the day for Bird. And the Braves fans not happy with that one, felt that should have been a ball. That'll bring up Elena Cott-Lowry. First pitch swinging, she'll send it to third. And Martin. And it's and now the home plate umpire put her hands up like a foul ball. Coach Kent feeling that it should be a foul ball. They did throw out Lori at first, and it will be a foul. So the count will be no balls, 2 strikes with 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Now Tabor's head coach coming out to talk to the home plate umpire. This crew has had many controversial calls during this tournament. And again, as we mentioned, some of the strike zones being a little off, but a lot of meetings and a lot of things that may or may not have been close, but called one way or another that led to some controversy. So Lena Conlory will go to the plate. There's no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. On the bottom of the 6th, Tabor in front, 1-0. Pitch from Berg, sent to Schrader at short. She'll throw it on to Calder at first, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We are through 6 full innings, and Tabor is in front, 1-0. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the 2-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you can be there to see the Royals host the Orioles on May 12th or 13th. 2 different games, 2 different winners. We'll announce the winners on Monday at 7:10 during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
They're now ready on the pitch. Salvi swings and drives it deep into the night, and way out of here.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Kansas so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We'll head to the top of the 2nd with Tabor in front, 1-0. Shanae Straight, Danny Calder, and Brianna Quiros for the Blue Jays. As Molly Morgan will come back and try to finish up. She's thrown 94 pitches in this ball game. 62 strikes, 32 balls. Her first pitch will be low to Straight for ball 1. Straight popped to third in the 3rd inning. She struck out swinging in the 4th. And Morgan again will shoot low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter. Straight. Tabor with their 1 run coming in the 4th. A check swing. And they will say no, that she didn't go. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter. Straight. And Morgan will walk her on 4 straight pitches. Morgan, as we mentioned, had done well until the 4th inning where she struggled. She was able to get out of the 5th, 1, 2, 3. Got into a little bit of trouble in the top of the 6th, but she was able to work out of a jam where Tabor would leave 2 runners on. And looks like we will have a pinch hitter, which will be Hannah Jones. Jones hitting .355 on the year. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Nope, it will be Danny Calder. And it's Hannah Jones hitting for Straight. Calder will lay the bunt down, picked up by the 3rd baseman. Nobody is there to cover first. As Schaffberg just threw it, not seeing anybody there. And now runners on at the corners on the air with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. As Jones is at 3rd, Calder will be at 1st. And now head coach Jay Cant will come out to talk to the Braves. And now a vital point into this ball game. Braves already down 1-0 and struggling to get anything going against the pitcher Bird. Coach Kant has said his piece, and we get ready to get back to play. But it'll be Ayers. As it'll be Brianna Quiros who will come to the plate. Runners on at first and third, nobody out. Pitch by Morgan will be low for a ball. Quiros with a chance to add insurance. Morgan's pitch. Quiros looks to bunt. They won't make contact. It'll be a strike. But now the runner will take second as they don't even make an attempt to put her out. The runners, nobody covering second for Ottawa. It's the Quiros, then foul behind home plate. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Tabor Blue Jays. Morgan's pitch will miss outside for ball 2. So the count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Quiros. High heat there from Morgan will get the strikeout, and there will be 1 out in the inning. We'll have a pinch hitter for Tabor. Josie Mora will come to the plate for the Blue Jays. 1 out. Morgan will see the corners play in for Ottawa. Our first pitch will be low for ball 1. Outfielders playing straight up, but playing in just a little bit. Runner at second is Calder. Straight is at third. Next pitch from Morgan will be high and outside for ball 2. Mora has hit 167 on the year. No home runs, 2 RBIs. Pitch from Morgan that time in there for strike 1. Got 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Mora. Wind has picked up a little bit. Morgan's next pitch is swing and a miss by Mora for strike 2. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The batter, Josie Mora. Pitch will be sent back to the pitcher. They'll throw home and get the runner out and straight. They will call her out, and that'll be 2 out as Mora will take first on the fielder's choice. Now to argue the call is the head coach for the Blue Jays. But it will not change the home plate umpire's decision. Again, we've mentioned that this crew has had some calls that have been controversial at best at times. But the Braves are able to keep a run off the board. Calder does move to third on the play. So there is still a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Kerrigan Travens, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Single to right in the first, single to left in the fourth. Wide to left in the sixth. As Morgan's first pitch will be high outside for ball 1. Travis with some power. Will step in with runners at the corners. Morgan's pitch. It's in there for strike one. Count will leave it out at 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Travis. Jays so far 1 run on 4 hits, 3 errors, 6 left on base. Braves no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 4 left on base. Morgan's pitch popped up, foul. It'll go out of play on the right field side. It'll move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Story, though, I would say, I think it's fair to say, is that the Braves not able to take care of the 3 errors, or take advantage of the 3 errors by the Blue Jays. They left 4 runners on. They had ample opportunity to plate a runner and not able to do so in this ball game as Bird has pitched out of a jam. The pitch by Morgan popped up left field side. Underneath it will be Lacey for the 3rd out of the inning. So Morgan will work out of the jam, but the Braves are down still by the score of 1-0. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th as we'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball at 1220 and 103.7 FM, KFWFO.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Kansas so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Braves are down to their final 3 outs, down by the score of 1-0. In the middle part of the lineup, Alexa Romero, Aaron Smith, and Amber Harris. They have gone a collective 0 for 6 so far today. Again, starting pitcher Madison Bird has thrown 93 pitches. She's gone 6 innings, only given up 1 hit, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts on the day. Winner of this one will play Kansas Wesleyan at 3. Loser goes home. We invite you to stay with us for the Advantage Electric postgame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM when this one is done. Bird's first pitch will be high for ball 1. Wind is again strong from the right field. It's blowing in. Bird's next pitch will be outside for strike 1. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch from Bird, swing and a miss by Romero, and she is down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Romero struck out looking in the 2nd. She struck out swinging in the 4th. She has not seen the pitches well here today from Bird. And she'll take that offering and foul it behind home plate to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braves just hitting .053 against Bird today. Here's the pitch, and it'll be popped foul off the backstop. The count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bird step back onto the rubber. The pitch, and it will just miss outside. Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. The Braves are down 1-0. They are down to the final 3 outs. Bird's pitch. Popped up. It'll get over the third baseman's head into left field. It'll be fair. So the Braves will have a runner on with nobody out. And that'll bring up Aaron Smith, the designated player. So Romero with her first hit as it just dropped onto the line in left field. And now the Braves will try to get something positive here. Smith, 0 for 2. Will step in, Bird's pitch. She looks to bunt. It'll come off of the back screen behind home plate for strike one. Smith reached base on air in the second. She popped to short in the field. Romero is at first after a single. Lead off the inning. Bird's pitch. Set in the air, right field side. Just barely makes it out of the outfield as the wind will knock it down and straight. The second baseman is there for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Amber Harris, for Ottawa. Amber 0 for 2 against Bird. Her pitch will get past the third baseman and into left field. And so the Braves now with 2 on and 1 out. And that will bring up, it looks like, a pinch hitter for what would be Sarah Shadford. So the Braves do have a runner in scoring position. Bird has thrown 103 pitches. Does she have enough in her arm left to finish this one off? Savannah Holland will be up for the Braves. The tying run is on at second. That'll be Romero for Ottawa. The winning run is at first. That is Harris. A win here, and the Braves will play Kansas Wesleyan after this one concludes. Bird's pitch. And it'll be popped foul behind home plate off of the backstop for strike one. Holland is a .385 hitter. No home runs, 3 RBIs. She has an on-base percentage of .429. One away here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 on for the Braves. Pitch by Bird is outside for ball 1. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Holland. Romero is at second. Harris is at first. Here's the pitch from Bird. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on Holland. So count 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out on Holland. Bird. And they're going to call strike 3 on that pitch. It took the umpire a little bit of time to call that one, but they'll catch Holland looking for out number 2. And now the Braves are down to their final outs. And it'll bring up Kinsey Stevens. Stevens, the last hope here for Ottawa. Runners on at first and second. And she'll take ball 1. Romero was off the bag at second. They'll throw there. She'll be back in time. Stevens 0 for 2. Struck out swinging in the second. Popped to short in the 5th. And she'll swing and a miss for strike 1 there. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Stevens. 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Tabor up 1-0, but the Braves have the tying and winning run on base at second and at first. Bird's pitch. It'll be popped foul out of play, third base side. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bird looking to finish off this complete game. Tabor looking for the season sweep against the Braves. Here's the pitch. It'll be just outside for ball 2. Tabor thought that was a strike, and again, we've seen that pitch or that ball in that area called a strike several times today. The count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bird pitch, strike 3, and that's it. And the Braves season, the Braves conference tournament hopes come to an end by the final score of 1-0. The Braves will play in the national tournament as they won the regular season conference title, but looking for the double, not able to get it. So the Braves lose by the score of 1-0. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll come back for the Advantage Electric postgame show. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM KOFO.
Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218. KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the 2-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you can be there to see the Royals host the Orioles on May 12th or 13th. 2 different games, 2 different winners. We'll announce the winners on Monday at 7:10 during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
They're now ready, and the pitch. Salvi swings and drives it deep into the night, and way out of here.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Kansas learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome on to the Advantage Electric postgame show. Joining us now, head coach Jake Dan, coach Tough Moss. Tabor just is really the kryptonite this year for the Lady Braves, but this one stings a little bit because there were ample opportunities out there today.
It does. It hurts, but we just weren't very smart today, and that's the bottom line. We didn't do our job. Mentally we weren't sharp today, and that cost us. You tip your hat to the table when they had to do something they didn't. Our pitcher pitched just as well as they did. It's just they didn't make the mental errors, and they played smarter. And at this time of the year, the team that plays smarter and plays better is going to win. And like I told their coach, I'm sure glad I don't have to see them in the national playoffs.
And he had 6 runners on in this ball game, but just couldn't get the timely hit. Bird again through a really good game.
She did, but really, most of that's on us today. She didn't have her best stuff, and like I said, we weren't very smart today. We chased bad pitches, we let good pitches go by, and we didn't make any adjustments. And I think that's the frustrating part for us coaches is we just didn't do it. We didn't play well mentally, and when you do that versus good teams, they're going to beat you, and that's what happened today.
Now you get the national tournament. What do you do to prepare now as you get ready for the national tournament? Try to put this behind you and try to get the ladies mentally focused.
Well, first thing we tell them, we're not going to see Tabor, so maybe that'll brighten their spirits up a little bit. But we just got to be better. The good thing is we get to go home, and we know on Wednesday we can find out where we get to play. And that's a huge advantage right now. So we'll dwell on this for the next 24 hours. We'll get together tomorrow. We'll talk about a few things. And then we'll start preparing on Tuesday for the national playoffs. And when you get there, the records are 0-0. So it's what you've done in the past means absolutely nothing. Because we're going to play teams we haven't played before, and if they haven't seen us, and it's going to come down to who's just sharper. And this team's built for the playoffs. I mean, it really is. We can do some. If we're playing smart and making good adjustments, we can score on anybody. And we may not score a bunch, but Molly, if she's throwing well, isn't going to give out very many either. So I'll take our chances. We just got to get back in and refine some of the little things that we didn't do in our losses versus Tabor.
That's a tough one, but you guys got the trip to the Nationals. Still a good season for the Lady Braves, and good luck with that.
So I appreciate it, and we didn't perform like we wanted out here, but we did what we had to do in the regular season to make it to where we didn't have to win this, and it wasn't like we played bad. It's just we did one or two mistakes versus them. So, but we'll see if we can get that corrected and ready for the national tournament.
Coach, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
That's it, Coach. It's funny us to take our time out. We'll come back and wrap up the Advantage Electric post-game show here on 1220 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Electricity. Where would we be without it? Yeah, in the dark. But Advantage Electric is there to light up your world. Whether it's service or repair, you'll always get a free estimate and a friendly technician. Here's Advantage Electric owner Eric Crowley.
What we enjoy is working with people in our community because we see them everywhere we go. It's not like, we go to your house and we take care of your electrical issue and then we don't talk to you or see you ever again. So it's a personal connection that we have with you.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218. KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the two-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you can be there to see the Royals host the Orioles on May 12th or 13th. 2 different games, 2 different winners. We'll announce the winners on Monday at 7:10 during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
They're now ready, and the pitch. Salvi swings and drives it deep into the night, and way out of here.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Kansas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Missed opportunities is about what you could say for this ball game for the Lady Braves. They fall 1-0 to Tabor. As the Lady Braves, though, still with the opportunity, they will move on to the national tournament, and they'll find out on Wednesday where they go next week. Molly Morgan had a real solid performance, but some bad plays out in the field. A couple of errors cost the ladies in the 4th inning, and they fall by the final score of 1-0. Really, the Braves, only 3 hits. They were able to get only 3 hits today against Madison Bird, who pitched very well again for the Blue Jays. Hits by Elisa Valenzuela, Alexa Romero, and Amber Harris for Ottawa. And that was it. Morgan went the full distance, 4 hits, no earned runs. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts for Ottawa. But Madison Bird, again, the story. 7 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 9 strikeouts for her. And when the Blue Jays needed it, they got the RBI by Brittany Van Koinenberg, who went 1 for 3 today. Kerrigan Travens went 2 for 4 for Tabor. So the Braves KCAC tournament hopes come to an end here in Great Bend, but they'll find out on Wednesday where they go for the Nationals, and we'll have those games for you here in about a week or so when the Braves head to their national location. I want to say thanks to Zach keeping us on the air back at the station. I'm Bob Johnson. That's going to wrap up the Advantage Electric postgame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this OU Brave sports broadcast on KOFO 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, Franklin County Chiropractic, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishing. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, M&N Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, People's Bank. OU Lady Brave Softball is also brought to you by Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, the City of Ottawa, and by Costantino's Price Chopper, Ottawa University, Quality Structures Incorporated, Hale Agency, Maxwell Chiropractic, and Advantage Electric. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
We now join the Royals radio network with the Royals game already in progress.
Gordon out in front. The count is leveled out at 1-1. Still a very strong wind blowing toward left field. Gordon looks at a pitch down and in, and the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Kipnis, the second baseman, way out in short right. Clevenger deals and hits the outside corner. In the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Get back to Steve here in a moment. A lot going on this Sunday afternoon. 2-2 pitch from Clevenger is hit in the air to left field, down the line, slicing and caught by Brantley. Very nice running catch by Brantley. That thing was slicing, so it was working away from him, and the wind was also pushing it, so a good play, and 1 down and back to Steve.
All right, Denny, thanks very much. As we check out what else is going on the scoreboard, the Astros are at the Angels this afternoon, and it's a 1-0 Angel lead right now. Yunel Escobar has homered against Mike Fiers. Houston leading their division. Second best record in the American League. The Yankees now have the best record in the AL.
Escobar takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Escobar fly ball to center, his first time up. Signal given. Clevenger throws in too tight. Ball 2, 2-0.
Detroit will be playing Oakland coming up this afternoon at the Coliseum. Lefty Daniel Norris, righty Sonny Gray going for the A's.
2 balls, no strikes. Escobar takes ball 3, low and outside. Merrifield will be next.
I have a correction to make from the last inning. Chisenhall is in right. Geyer went to left, so Chisenhall actually came in for Brantley.
Okay. So Geyer in left was quick enough, good enough to make that play on Alex Gordon's slicing foul. And now way outside, ball 4. So the number 9 hitter hitting under 200 draws a 4-pitch walk. So 4 walks now surrendered by the right-hander Clevenger. And here you go, Ryan. You were talking about Clevenger being basically a 5-inning pitcher, and that's 4 walks, and here we are in the 5th inning, and there's one of the cracks in the door right there, and now it's Merrifield, Moustakas, and Kane getting a look at him for the 3rd time. One on, one out. Infield double play depth. Clevenger fires over to first, runner back.
He's at 82 pitches in his career. Pitches 1 through 75. Opponents hit 225.